Let's go PDI. Good LeBron. Good Manny. Let's go to Rasu. So if you guys haven't voted in the Discord, make sure you vote, man. I want to see what we're looking to do, a big giveaway potentially. So if you haven't voted in the Discord, get that vote going. Let's go Cairo. Let's go Kispe. Let's go Ashton. Let's go Manny. Let's go to Ross. If you haven't voted in the Discord, man, take a moment and vote. Let's go Peter. We're gonna do a big giveaway, man. Well, hopefully. So show a lot of love. I think the trading setup's better than 2 iPads. I didn't mean to wave to you, bro. But let's do it. Make sure you vote. Good stuff. What's up, Club? I'm good, brother. What do you mean by full trading setup in the Discord poll? So what that means, I think it's like going to be a computer, a desk, and like a chair. If you guys have the opportunity, vote in the Discord. We're going to do a big giveaway. And I want to see what you guys prefer to be given away. Do you prefer a full trading setup or 2 iPads? Also, the more of you that vote, like if a lot of people show interest, then we can more likely do the giveaway. So make sure you go in the giveaway if you want to be. Hey man, it's gonna be not a hard giveaway. So if you want to leave a vote in my Discord for free, eventually you can enter the giveaway. Yeah. Vote for which one you think is better for you if you were to win. And yeah, I hope you win. Good morning, Pablo. 7:26 candle. Yep, I've seen it. I've actually been up since 6 a.m. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to go back to sleep when I wake up at 6. So I'm definitely taking a nap today. What's the goal for today? Same goal as every day, bro. Trade well. Good, Tommy. Tommy, I played a game of Valor recently. I'm not even gonna lie. Wait for people to join up here. How'd it go? I dominated. Of course, bro. What else? How else? Cap? I played a couple. My first game was really bad, but I low-key did IGL as a victory. And then I started playing better. My weekly target was March 26, buy side. I don't know what we're getting today. Yep, that was my weekly objective for like my max. Like, that was my weekly draw. We didn't get that large of an expansion week. I mean, last week we got 1.2k. This week's half of last week, so we got a pretty small week. So maybe we have expansion today, or we just have a small week. We haven't had this small of a week in a really long time. Last time we only got 600 points was the end of March. And before that was all the way back in like not even January. So like I'm really expecting us, like if you just look at the weekly chart, this is a really small week. We have a lot of movement. I think it's being saved potentially for today. I don't know, but that's just me. That's just me. Gatie asked for a timeout and gave his team a motivational speech. Pretty much, bro. Pretty much. So I definitely think we can get expansion. Sometimes I'll trade before the macro, yeah. I mean, yeah, higher time frame is definitely bullish. I think we're going to put in this weekly fair value gap. My draw is still here. But for now, looking at previous day's high, I definitely think we have the chance to get expansion. I do use TGIF. I'm not expecting TGIF today. Well, at least not right now, and not unless we get previous day's high or someone probably says something, Dominic. I just have to make sure, even though I'm confident in longs, I don't force it. And yeah. How many deviations are we of Asian range? We only have, we have room, bro. We definitely have room to go higher, without question. TGIF is a retracement. Gatie, do you earn more on vids than lives? I don't really make that much money on YouTube, like, at all, bro. Couple dollars, maybe a video, live stream. Like, a good live stream, maybe like $7. Wait, how do you use Asian range? How do I use Asian range? I'm using standard deviations on Asian range to see how far we can expand. Right? Most days we don't get like -2, -3, -4. Those are like extreme. That like rarely happens, right? So if we haven't went that far, then I know we still have potential to move more. You know, we've only went to like 0.75. We haven't even gotten one standard deviation of Asian range. So I know there's room to go higher or lower. It goes either way, right? I'm not saying like we haven't expanded too much on the day, you know. I'm bullish. Yeah, I'm bullish personally. I like this 15-minute discount. EV array, right? Discount. Actually, it's pretty premium, but I have what is this? 50% level marked out for. Not sure what that is, but I'm gonna mark out this 15-minute busy. So yeah. How do you get the kill zone indicator to show labels on the right? I got the same indicator with labels only show on the left. Right side. You trade only ES? No, I trade NQ only. I'll use ES, but I won't actually execute on ES. That's just me. Personal preference. I like the volatility on NASDAQ. More experience actually executing on the NASDAQ. Here and there, I'll trade ES, but like every time I don't make the switch, I just keep it simple. Just keep it as simple as possible. I mean, we're working in this range, but we could take out that low with the thing, so. We'll see. Right now, I'll tell you one thing. These equal lows and these equal lows are too clean. These equal lows and these equal lows are very clean. Appreciate it. I got the first one. Doesn't say TF on the name, so I'm going to get that one. Yep, do that one. Why do you look at ES and execute on NQ? I use ES for intermarket analysis. It gives me more information and can help me frame higher probability setups and avoid the lower probability setups. Just looking at the analysis, the intermarket analysis. So I always look at the same. Always look at both. What's up, D? What's up, brother? All right, listen, before we start trading today, listen closely. If you're in the Discord, I'm planning on doing a huge giveaway. Now, I'm not guaranteed, it's not guaranteed, but I'm planning, if it's possible, we can do it. I want you guys to vote in the free Discord. Would you prefer to be giving away 2 iPads or a full trading setup? A full trading setup would include a computer, a chair, and a desk, to my knowledge. I need to do a poll. If you're gonna vote for a full trading setup and you see, oh, it's already winning, I don't care. Go back and vote. Because the more people that vote, the better chance I can actually do the giveaway. Okay? So the more people that vote, it shows more interest. There's a better chance I'll be able to do the giveaway. So and then obviously if you're in the Discord, you can participate in the giveaways. We do giveaways like we've been doing giveaways like every 2 weeks pretty much. The giveaway you can join in the Discord. It's in my bio. It's in my bio. So stay tuned in the Discord, man. I don't need anything. I don't need anything. I need 2 or 3 eval accounts. We'll try to do an eval account too, bro. I'll try to throw in some evals. We'll do more eval giveaways for sure. All right. We got 4 minutes. I got my pre-market plan. What's the requirement to win? I'm not sure how we're going to do the giveaway yet, but first let's see if we can get even enough interest. I think sells are not bad, but you just have to know where it could potentially go to before it reverses. For example, these lows, maybe these lows, very nice low-hanging fruit. I would even consider selling to this. Yeah, there's an SMT now, but it's all about narrative, right? It's probably gonna come down here. Yesterday's New York session low for sure. It's possible. Oh, nice. It shows me this. Oh, I see. It's not marking me then. It's only giving me Asia's. Whatever. Who said that? It was a Disco. It was a TikTok. Someone on TikTok said that. I'm personally bullish. I don't even know what would convince me of shorts. We'd have to probably. Well, honestly, I'm not even interested in taking shorts. Period. I don't think. I think I'm just. If it just keeps going lower, I don't care. I'm not gonna look for shorts. There's just no way I'm gonna be convinced that this is gonna start printing lower. If we start getting bearish order flow on the daily, I'll be bearish. But I'd rather sit here and just wait. How does Powell catch insane trades? He trades pretty much turtle soup. So he gets a really good risk to reward when he wins. Buy yesterday was so late. We made a mistake yesterday. So for everyone who was in live stream, I was really, really bullish. And I kept saying, like, no matter what, like, I'm still bullish, I'm still bullish, I'm still bullish. We took 2 losses trying to get those longs. And then eventually it pumped up and took all our levels. We should have waited for Trump's speech. That's the mistake we made. Very simple. We should have waited for Trump's speech. It was a rookie mistake. And I even said at the beginning of stream, if you want to be smart and safe, wait for Trump to speak and then trade. If we had did that, we would have caught the entire move and avoided 2 losses. So, lesson learned for next time for sure. Not going to make that mistake again. I'll be bullish, yes. Be below previous month high or PM high. I'm assuming you mean PM. This is previous PM session high. Only look for sells when it breaks 1 hour low. Whatever you got to do. It's today TGIF. I'm not looking for TGIF today. I don't think criteria is met. Do you look at previous day highs and lows? Of course. What about all the FMB are speaking to you? Yeah, I'm not worried about that. I'm afraid this long candle in London session. What are you afraid about? Use that DEM indicator. What's that DEM indicators? The indicator that's marking out these levels for me is ICT, kill zones, and pivots. It doesn't give me any advantage. It just saves me time, so I don't have to do it myself. Both, ZK, both. What is this gap? All right, you guys know the drill. It's time to start trading. So, yep, guys already know. It's time to lock in. So I'm going to be minimizing chat. If you're not in the Discord, join the Discord. We're doing a giveaway in the Discord. Vote on which setup, which giveaway you want. And hopefully we can do the giveaway. The Discord's free, and it's time to lock in. Get water. New York Open. As always, mark out the opening range gap, closing price, opening price. Some of you were still asking, am I still in my stock positions? Yes, I'm gonna hold these stock positions. Honestly, I can close. I'm up around 11 or 12% right now. Trump literally said yesterday, buy stocks and hold this shit forever. It's gonna be a generational run. It's gonna be highs that you've never seen before. I can't ignore that, bro. I think I'm gonna hold this shit to like all-time highs. And worst case, I just hold it long term. But I think it's worth just holding. I don't think I'll get a better entry than I got. So I'm just gonna keep holding my stocks and buy the next dip and then hold the rest. Like maybe buy this weekly fair value gap or something. We have a long way to all-time high. I'm not saying we're gonna get an all-time highs, but I don't know. Trump's really bullish, and I feel like he literally is a market maker, bro. Not even joking at this point. Anyways, we gotta make this 0 very faint. We can see New York Open. All right, so we trade up here. We take out the high. I'm expecting lower prices right now. I'm looking at these equal lows. Just thinking we haven't had no damage in here yet. To be quick to calculate, let me open up a calculator. I've been pretty close. I've been pretty slow when it comes to calculating risk, so I gotta make sure I'm quick. You good? All right. I personally think this can go lower. We could explore 50% of the opening range gap. It's possible. I wouldn't even mind taking a classic model short, but I'd really rather just wait for a high probability long. I mean, we could respect this 15-minute bullish, and we could just never see lower. It's possible. Like maybe this could be the longs, you know? We could literally not even go lower. This could be the low of session. I still want to see a move lower below 930 though. But technically, this is the CISD. But I have to wait. I'm trying to take a high. Not only do I want to align longs, I want to take a high probability setup long. So we're gonna wait. I see ES trading into this BISI. I still want to see a lower low. Just not perfectly convinced. If we do start trading higher, we can just look for a protraction. I really like, like this. This is low-hanging fruit here. We'll leave that marked out. I don't know what this is. We'll just call it a news high. I don't know what happened, but we'll call it a news high. Yeah, I really think this might just go up like this the next 2 to 3 candles. But I'm not gonna trade it. It's not my model. But I'm seeing a lot of signs of clear bullish order flow. I really want to see a move below 930 open. Even if we have to wick through this BISI. If we're really bullish, like we won't. Because we're already inside the 15-minute bullish. Which means we respect it. And look how we didn't trade to the lower portion. That's a really bullish sign. But this is right at 9:30, so I'm skeptical. Yeah, it looks like it is gonna just go. We could buy first presentation. I really don't like that marker. We need to change that ASAP. Better. Yeah, this is probably, I don't know. I think this is just gonna go higher. We can't really buy first presentation. First reward is not really good enough. I want to cover the OB. Manipulation before 9:30. But again, this could still be technically your protected low. Like it's possible. We got the breaker. So it is possible. See that candle traded into that. We probably get speed to the highs here. But unfortunately there's just no trade for me. Open up the DOMs here. Yeah, I mean I can see this just pumping. Um yeah, if we get a retracement we can try, but I think this is just probably gonna go. I still have previous day's high. I'm not opposed to buying first presentation. It's hard to find good risk to reward because we could technically come into this order block as long as our stop covers 50%, I guess. So like reversal model off the breaker, but this is my entry. Stop just has to cover the reversal model. It would be like here. So 1.14. That's 3.1. Stop covers 50% of the OB, and this inversion fair value gap. But it looks like this might just go. We would have had to get in here. Stay patient. We're already above 50% of the wick. You can treat that like a discount array. If we get a tap here and then a protraction, like we could take this as a reversal model. Our stop would have to cover. But if we get a retracement and then like a move, then we can take that as a protraction. That would be a way better trade. We can get a little bit lower, that'd be good. There's first presentation. Staying patient. We still haven't manipulated below in New York Open. That's why I'm not hesitating, but that's why I'm extra patient. We could make a lower low in here, and the idea still be valid. So better safe than sorry. Very nice move lower. I'm scanning time frames here. Yeah, you see there's a nice 5-minute fair value gap in there. This one right here. This one right here. So, okay, very good, yes. It's good that we were patient there. This is a 5-minute bullish fair value gap. So, if we can respect this, now we've already wicked very deep through. See how I didn't get long in here? Just doesn't make sense. Low probability. I already feel like I'm about to get stopped. But, let's see. If we get an inversion here, we can try to get in long. We are trading into this this inverse fair value gap. So, but I want to see an inversion level. Look how deep we're going past the 5-minute. We don't have to mark the 5. We can just mark first presentation. It's pretty much the same level. So I'm looking at this low. Like I said, we can make a lower low here. For me, longs is not invalidated at that point. But if we respect this 5-minute, again, that would be an entry signal for me. I would have to see an inversion. Like here, at least. We no longer have an imbalance there, so I'm looking at this fair value gap here. I feel like first presentation needs to be yellow. You know what? Let's just make it blue, actually. I don't know what color to make it, man. I think blue. For now, let's just stick with this. So no inversion level. We are putting in an SMT like this. So we'll see if the next candle can expand, give us the inverse. We'd have to respect the 5-minute though. The idea is retracement to the 5, inverse on the 1, and we get a high probability long. If we don't respect the 5, that inversion level doesn't make any sense. We have to look lower. Looks like we are, so we see we're trading below 930 open right here on ES. I am viewing this as an SMT for now. I like that we're trading below 930 now. Pretty uneventful open. So I'm going to focus more on the macro. I'm going to focus more at 10 a.m. On the macro, potentially 10 a.m. See if we get a lower low below 930. It's kind of what I want to see. Nice. Oh, there it is. Nice. So now for me to get long, we have to see a change in the state, and this would be a full reversal model. I want to see if we respect this 15. I'm not opposed to us going lower. But I'm still bullish. Still on the 15. Actually looks quite bearish right now. Like very bearish right now. But I'm staying patient. We're simply back where we started at 9:30. So new 15-minute candle open. So we did inverse the 5 there. We actually got a 5-minute change in state of delivery. So I'm starting to wonder, does this potentially deliver maybe age of lows? It's possible if I had the wrong bias. But for now I'm sticking with my bias. Trying to see some displacement higher, possibly. There's 2 closures above the old low. For me to get long, I need to see a CIC or a breaker. I mean, there's a not bad one on the 30-second. It would be 943 candle. So the closure above here would be a 30-second CISD. I don't know how much I'll trust that, but let's see. We are like getting into the macro. It would also be a market structure shift. So we just inverse the 30-second fair value gap. I'm going to see if we get the 30-second change in the state of delivery. So far, wicking. It's an aggressive buy, but it's going into the macro. We have equal highs on ES. Let's see if we get that closure. Let's say we got a fill around here. 29 points. Hey, where's my calculator? So 30 times 2, $60 a micro. Call it like, it'll be like 9 to 10 micros. You can see that we did not get that CI steep. So I'm gonna just really invalidate. I mean, unless this candle just prints all the way higher, still a little bit cautious. I don't want to force 30-second CISD entry. Aggressive. Especially because it's forming like no bullish fair value gaps forming. So I think we just abandon that potential idea and just stay more patient. Because no bullish fair value gaps forming. So just not enough. We could make a lower low here. Could make a lower low. ES actually inverts the 15-minute bullish, so I wonder if I just have the wrong bias. Yeah, we're trading into a 4-minute bearish. Not seeing the structure I need to get into an entry. We are approaching the 950 macro in 45 seconds. This is looking bearish right now. It's looking quite bearish. Order flow is bearish. It looks like we're retracing and about to get the next leg lower. But I'll give it a chance after we take this low. We could get a nice breaker off that. And that would be an A+ long. It aligns with bias, my draw, in the macro. I think we just wait. Even just the 4-minute, if we were to inverse that, it's a good probability. If we close above 50% of the first presentation, like, that's probably a buy for me. 31 points. It'll be around 10 micros. We can always scale in. Also, they shouldn't have a background. Looks like we're gonna get that next leg down. It's a really nice entry idea on the 4-minute. It's really clean there. I think the 5-minute also a potential breakaway. Anyways, we'll see if we get a lower low. That's what I'm looking for right now. I'm gonna need a nap. I've actually been awake since 6:30. If you're not in the Discord, we are doing a huge giveaway. I want you guys to vote on which one you'd want. The more people that vote, the better chance we get to actually do the giveaway. So make sure you join the free Discord. You can actually participate in the giveaway once it's up. Vote which one you prefer. Full trading setup or 2 iPads. Got an email. See what's up. Alright, looks like we're getting there. Just waiting. Quickly take a glance at the YM. Pretty similar structure. Quite slow. We're not putting in any fair value gaps. It's a lot of wicking. Look at the wicking. Wick, 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 retrace, wick, 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 dump. This one might wick as well. There you go. Large candle. I want to view this as inducement. So we engineer liquidity above. But this, like, what? Look at the volume imbalances. This is such... We need to be patient in this price action for sure. Looking like high resistance signatures. Wow, this is going. I mean, like I said earlier, I'm not abandoning my narrative and bias. Should we even come here? Even if we come all the way down to previous day's equilibrium. Not opposed to looking for a long from that level. Not opposed to it. I even annotated these equal lows. Said we could come there. Again, doesn't even, for me, does not abandon the narrative. 25% of the opening range gap there. I'm marking out this bullish fair value gap because it aligns with the 25% of the opening range gap. Do we have an SMT? We do have an SMT here as well. So I wonder if this is potentially our low and we can expand. I'm not going to force it, but it's possible. For those really aggressive, they're already in longs. Why do I have 2 bearish SMT markers? Alright, so we do have the SMT there. Inside the fair value gap at 25% opening range gap. I'm annotating this potential inverse fair value gap. Should we get above it? Marking it in red. It should be right now. Although I wouldn't be buying it. Although if we get the CISD here on ES, I mean that could be a buy signal for me. Say we got filled like here, 29 points. Yeah, we're gonna be 12. We did get the CISD there. Going really far, really fast. My stop is, I even said I could get filled around here. All right, I'm gonna try this. So buying the CISD there on ES. So CISD formed on ES, NQ gave us an inversion. I'm getting in long. My stop covers the CISD low on ES. On NQ, we have not formed that confirmation yet. This could be potentially a bullish breaker. I like that TP there, -2. I like this is a high probability trade. We have the S&T at the lows from the discount BISI inside the macro, CISD on ES, strong candles. It put in a bullish fair value gap, which we are trading into right now. Like so. So very happy with this trade, whether it's a winner or a loser. Very happy with this trade. Could have been a little more patient to see if we get the breaker on ES, but I like that we close above 50% of this order block. So if we do get above, it'll be confirmed as a breaker. Focusing on this, I want to see us get above this. If we can get above that, then we have a high probability long. I like that speed. I want to see follow through. If we see speed here, then it confirms to me that this was an engineered high. And like I said, that's why I like this down close candle that's aggressive, because it's inducement, putting stops here. So there we get the high. Now we're getting the breaker. I'm comfortable trailing my stop here. So what am I trailing my stop to? We're going to get a 2-minute order block, putting my stop at the rejection block low, reducing my risk while still having a pretty good stop loss placement. So reducing my risk significantly there. We're getting speed on first presentation. I like that. I'm looking at news high as a potential first target, nothing less. If I want to be really passive here, I can trail my stop. But if we start aggressively moving, if I want to be passive here, like I like the stop at this swing low here. Yeah, you know what? I like the stop at the swing low there. We got to do what makes most sense. We have the breaker here. I'm putting the stop at the breaker low. So we've cut my risk by 75% now. My original risk cut by 75%. My stop is put at the breaker low now. And yeah, hopefully we see that expansion. I'll cover, it's not really a 3-minute breaker low. We'll put it there. Okay. We'll see if we can get a flush higher here. So I'm marking out a bullish fair value gap. See if that holds. If it does, we get above first presentation. I'm going to trail the stop even more. I think I like the stop at the breaker. Yeah, that's good. So half the risk is, like, reducing risk is a big part of trading, you know? So see if we can get a flush higher here, potentially take a first partial. I'm thinking about like 5, 5, and 2. 3 times 2, 500. Not bad. We partial 8 at the secured 1R at this news high. Don't want to partial 8 though. Too little. I mean, too much for low hanging fruit. I'll partial to break even, if that makes sense. I like how we're moving here. I'm going to trail the stop some more. In fact, I think I want to like aggressively put my stop here in profit. Yeah. Aggressively putting my stop here in profit. I want to see first presentation be respected as we get above this high. So risk-free trade. Securing 0.25R. Yeah, I want to see us respect first presentation. We should see speed towards my objective. Make sure I'm not missing anything. And we do have a 3-minute, so I do think I will maybe go break even here instead, just in case we do get into this 3-minute that's forming. But like I said, there's the speed that I wanted to see. I'm going to mark out this SIBI right now, see if we can get above it. Potential inversion candidate. I think I like the aggressive stop. I can always re-enter. If those equal highs on ES are really clean. See if we can get above this fair value gap. We did close above 50%. I like my stop. I know it's aggressive, but it covers the most recent 5-minute low. Sure, it's going to be a 3-minute bullish fair value gap, but we got above first presentation. If we can just continue the bullish order flow, my stop should be safe. If we do come back all the way, we'll get into a 3-minute bullish. I'll look for a re-entry. It's fine. We closed above 50%, so I'm not going to partial. Had we closed below, would have been a signature of lower, so could have partialed there. A little bit cautious about this 3-minute gap. I think I'd rather stay break even. No, I'm gonna stick to my idea. So looks like we may get stopped here for 0.25R. We did just put in an SMT. That was close. There is an SMT there. I wonder if this flushes. We didn't quite close above 50% of that SIBI, but you can see We are respecting. Yeah, we are respecting that. And there we do get out with 0.25 R. So I don't mind looking for a re-entry opportunity. We're coming down really aggressively. This is the 3-minute city. You know what? Just to make this simpler, let's mark out the breaker. I'm okay with that trade management. So I'm scanning the 15-second chart now. Should we get an inversion? I'll re-enter. It would be closure above 20257. 20257. I kind of just want to risk profits here. I'm gonna wait for closure here. Did we get in? I mean, we already secured profits, so I'm okay entering with like 10. Waiting on the closure. We'll buy the next candle's low. All right. It's gonna be a bad fill. I'm already in on my account, so I didn't even get filled on. All right. We'll take it there. We'll try this again. Same idea. My stop to cover that 15-second inversion, 2041. That's where my stop is. Now, because this is a re-entry idea, we'll be a little bit cautious. We'll send the TP to previous day's high, but I'm looking at these highs here and here. I'll probably have to like take off 5. That way we're break even on the day. And we'll just let the rest run, because I would have partial on that first trade. So, remember, we are up 0.25 R. So if we get 20 points here at 5, I mean, I don't want to trade P&L, but I have to do what makes sense. It's not about the P&L. That'll give us not even 1 R, so we'll just see. No, I'm entering less. Now that I re-entered, I'm entering with less risk because of the fact that 1, it's a re-entry, and 2, we already secured some profits. I mean, very minimally, I should say, but nonetheless. I mean, I like the idea. I think this should speed up here. We should see speed. Even if I was break even, by the way, we would have been stopped. I would have had to keep my stop at the breaker low. That was a lot of volatility that got cooked in. So I kind of like how I managed this trade. I think there's a small 1 minute. No, there is not. We're kind of just chopping around when we should see speed. But I mean, I'll stay patient. I'm already happy with how I've traded. I just want to see first presentation hold here. I don't think we should go below it because we already came below it, came back above. Now that we're trading into it, it should be used as support. So even if we start trading like here, like at that point, I'm trying to think, I wonder if this is just seek and destroy and not expansion higher. Not seeing the flush that I want. Marking out 50% of this wick as a discount array, resting inside first presentation. We may get stopped out here. A lot of volatility. Trading at the low of first presentation. Not what you want to see when there's bullish signatures. We did inverse this gap with a nice rejection too. It was looking quite good, so I am happy in this execution. But looks like we may possibly get stopped out here. No point in terminating early. See some speed. I'll give it stop a little bit less. Cutting off my risk a little bit. I think I might manually close the trade here. I'll just leave the stop where it is. I really don't like manually closing. Feels wrong. And I am out there. So less than half our loss. It's gonna be hard to find a high probability entry now. We might have to wait till 10:30 or 10:50 macro. We should have seen speed right here. We didn't. I don't really want to enter anything here now. So we'll be patient. Might have to be patient for a while. We had a good idea. We had good trade management. Maybe I could have taken a partial here, but it's super hindsight in my opinion. It was looking really good. There was no need to take a partial. So we'll just stay here, be a little patient. Very, very comfortable with that loss because of how I managed my earlier positions. So about half R. Which means even if we make 1 R, we're like double what we lost. So very comfortable. Looks like we may get just some high resistance conditions. And there's nothing really on the economic calendar that I think we'd be waiting for. So I'll wait. I'll stay here and I'll wait till 10:30. And then we'll wait till 10:50. I don't really want to stay here through lunch. But we'll see. Inverse first presentation there. It could be bearish, but I don't think anyone could make a high probability argument for shorts either. You know? It's starting to look a lot like seek and destroy. Or at least range bound conditions. It was looking really good right here at 10:06. 10:06 was looking really good. We took out the low, we closed above, we respected the 3-minute bullish, we inversed first presentation, we got the order block, huge nice projection wick, 10 a.m. power of 3 aligned. We have equal highs engineered. We have a data high from here. Daily charts bullish. So like I'm really happy with that execution. Like that was a really good trade. I just think we may have the wrong narrative, but that was a really good trade. Like very, very solid trade. I'm very happy with that trade. I'm gonna retry here for a bit. Let's see what everyone's saying. For those of you who are like, what's up, Enigma? Well done, bro. You chose the perfect day to go on a walk. I feel like I think we might be range around here for a while. All right. Let's see what people are saying. Just found out you good trade. We took the same. By the way, that macro add-on looks good. What is it? This is my. I marked this out myself. I marked out opening range gap myself. There is no indicator. What was your first trade off of? The CISD on ES. How do you put your title? This is a watermark. It's called AGFX watermark. You can put your name here and whatever description you want. You blew the funded. I don't know what happened to only A+ setups. It's okay, bro. It happens. It happens to everyone, bro. It is bullish. We still have to take the 1 hour buy side liquidity. In my opinion, it's still bullish, but it looks like we're range bound. I don't think it's the right time for the market to move, but that's just my opinion. I shorted yesterday at 2355. The fact that everything aligned here and here and we didn't speed up towards the minor buy side, that's a red flag, you know? It's a red flag for me. Like, I don't want to sound like, what's it called? Like, cocky. The fact that my model didn't play out tells me that we're in bad conditions when it aligns that good, you know? Then long, 300 stop at break even. Nice. Fuck, what's your indicator? There is no RTH gap indicator. Top ticking longs, I'm dead. You top tick longs or I top tick longs? What was your narrative? Bullish. What model was the first trade you took? Reversal model. Did you ever try trading purely only volume? I've never looked at volume profiles. Order flow. I do trade order flow. Horrible PA. I'm a chill now. What was your narrative? Yeah, bullish. Price has to take 9 a.m. high or low, preferably low. Sure, you can look for that. You top tick longs? Yeah, on the second trade we did. Look at 5-minute NQ making higher highs, ES making lower highs. It's very range bound, yes. Very range bound. Model, the first is a reversal model on ES. My execution was at 9:54, the exact time that ES gave us a change in the state of delivery. Why was I bullish? The daily chart primarily. How many cons on funded to pass? Depends on how much you want to risk, brother. Why are you bullish? The daily chart. There's no reason to be bearish on this daily chart. Everything's pointing higher, in my opinion. Into the same first trade, how am I still in profit, but I was dragging more in profit and got hit? It's okay, bro. We're at equilibrium of yesterday's CB dealing range. That's why I didn't pan out. Maybe. I've never explored that. I took the first turtle soup and took the same long as you. Called it the body of the previous high. Not even shorts. Good luck, bro. Into the same first trade, I'm gonna have still in profit, but that's okay, bro. Thank you. Tapped into daily FEG bearish. We are trading in that bearish fair value gap, yeah. That is true. But I do think we can take this high out. Thursday's high, but we'll see. Maybe I'm wrong. Amount, this PA is crazy. How much time and trades it took you to pass your first funded? I passed my first funded in 1 month after buying it. Asia low is still in play. It's possible if you're bearish. Look at yes, upper quadrant, 25% of the daily wick is resistance. Yeah, if we're bearish, then that's where we're going to reject from. But if we're bullish, we'll get above 25% and use it as support. We are so bearish. We're not really that bearish. I mean, we're right back to where we started at 9:30. But I mean, maybe my daily bias was incorrect, and that's okay. Now price is building lower resistance liquidity on the following way up. We are putting in failure swings higher, yes. What is this price? Guys, when are we going to stop blaming price, bro? It's 2025. We're halfway through. 727 low. Yeah, if we are bearish, I think it's going to come probably explore this low. Maybe even Asia low. Indicators, these are my 3 indicators. There's bullish FEGs. If I versus GGs. Yeah, it looks pretty bearish right now. This looks like Juno smooth edges. Junos? The Junos. We'll see if we get 50% opening range gap. It is starting to look very bearish order flow, but I'm not really interested in any shorts, so rainbow pattern. That's funny. Yeah, we're still range bound in this freaking candle. Still very range bound. So we'll see if we get out that low. I wouldn't mind looking for a reversal from there. We're still above. We're still in premium of previous day's range. I left my PC. Let me know. How am I supposed to let you know, bro? Want me to send you a message? Did I call you? Month 8 of core content CB dealing ranges. Yeah, you can use it if you want, bro. I've seen month 8 many times. I don't know how it's. I've never explored using them as support and resistance levels, but if you want to, it's all you. Got the sell, nice, bro. Last voice every you got inverse. I don't know how your bias was bullish. You don't know how my bias was bullish. It's okay, bro. You don't have to understand how my bias was bullish. Doesn't matter to you. Left my PC. Let me know. I'll let you know, bro. If this continues lower, we'll probably expect this sell side to get taken at a minimum. Bro, what is this chat? You should read the TikTok chat if you think YouTube chat is bad. It helps with narrative. You can use it for sure, bro. If it's something that helps you, it'd be nice to know. The daily. I'm bullish on the daily. It's been bullish primarily on the daily. We closed above previous day's high. I'm aligning with my daily chart. I think it was A+, yes. It was A+ in the idea that like we're at least gonna come here. Like I'm really surprised we didn't take out this high. It's very rare that we engineer a high, manipulate lower, and get the revert. Like it's so rare. 9 out of 10 times I'd even say maybe. Let's just say 8 out of 10 times. We engineer a high above 930, manipulate sell side, and then get a CISD. 9 out of 10 times we're taking out that engineered high. But maybe I'm wrong, you know. Maybe your stop loss was my entry low, bro. SMT at the high plus rejection block. Bro, you are so cool, man. A+ shorts right now. If you're bearish, there's no A+ shorts for me, but if it's A+ for you, sure, bro. I don't have TikTok. I hate A+ clothes, man. So got sick of it and recommended. Yeah, I feel you, bro. You got guys like Odardo. Your stop loss in my entry, little bro. That's the vibe you guys give, man. This guy's got to be rage baiting. A lot of people will. Bro, that high not be taken just shows how bad the PA today. Yeah, we're engineering equal highs. We'll probably run it later, in my opinion, but I'm in short stage lows. Good luck, Ryan. I believe in you, bro. I'm not here blaming price action. I had the wrong timing. I was expecting expansion here. Higher. Either my bias is wrong or the expansion is going to occur later. That's okay. I managed my positions really well. Really well. So I'm very happy with my performance. I just waited in previous days high. I just got stopped out. It happens, bro. That would piss me off getting called little, bro. I mean, bro. I don't know who Eduardo is, so it doesn't really affect. I don't really care, bro. But like I said, I'll wait till 10:30, and that's why I'm reading chat. I'm gonna strictly wait for 10:30, and I'm gonna wait for 10:50 macro, and we'll see if it takes out this sell side. And I don't mind looking for reversal ideas from here, if it aligns with time. My narrative going into the day that we should respect previous day's equilibrium. So yeah, we took a pretty premium entry, but so we already manipulated lower. So I didn't mind looking for continuation here. Sorry, Chad, I was joking, but it is the truth. Just look at the chart. Okay. After 7:20, so yesterday's session low. Yep, looks like we might get. Oh, yesterday's session low. It's possible, yeah. If I was bearish, I would very much be looking for Asia low, like minimum. I personally think we get a daily higher low, but then this just becomes an inside week. I mean, look at the weekly candle. Strange, no? Very minimal, small weekly candle. We didn't really move that much higher on the week. That's why I'm bullish on Friday. It's a midweek reversal, right? This is Wednesday's low. Usually Friday makes a high. Probability speak, so I'm very comfortable taking longs, and I'm comfortable doing it again. I'd probably only risk 350 though, because I'm only down 350 on it's at 150k. So I'm down half R. I'll probably just risk 350 again. If we can catch 2 to 3 R, we're up 1 R. If it's really A plus, then maybe more, but we can always add into a position. My TP got hit. I just say the trade for this hour was that short. Yeah, maybe, bro. Once news loads are taken, it's for sure ripping up. Never assume anything, bro. Keep it as logical and systematic as possible. Tap into 50 million inverted first. 5G, thought we can finish bearish, so I've seen break even, but decided to hold, hope for high day to put in, just followed my model. Nice, bro. Damn, I was 500 from passing this week, and after this week, I'm 1,000 from passing. The issue here is you're not even trading logically. It sounds like you're trading P&L. You're trading thinking about passing, not thinking about trading. Do you cheat? Only very specific people who are interested. I feel bad, man, for being rude. Alright, you're good, bro. It doesn't really affect me. It's okay. Accept your apology, man. Pointed it out. You're good, bro. I mean, you're good. It's just I used to fall victim to that. I used to always trade like I need to make this much. Okay, if I risk this much on this trade, and it's not even about saying that it's bad. The reason that's bad is because it just shows that in your mind you're trading with other factors and variables influencing your trades. You're not going to be able to make clear decisions on the fly because of the fact that you're focusing on other things, you know? You just won't be able to. Taking out the sell side there. Let's see if we just get a classic reversal. Sell side to buy side would be nice. Previous stage equilibrium tap. Asia lows is there. This is really getting quick. Stock market's also dumping. Curious to see Asia lows. Yeah, I'm curious as well. I'm also curious. Because now, I mean, I have an original, but it's really tough. TGIF criteria was not met today. I mean, unless you look for it from... This is not a week where we had a one-sided expansion. This is an inside week. Sell side to buy side. It's possible. I'm personally willing to look for something like that on the new 30-minute candle open. So we'll see. Looks like we may get Asia lows. I'll be patient. The thing about longs now is the way that we got down here, like, it was really quick and aggressive. You gotta hit the books? What do you mean the books? We dumping? We are dumping. We are indeed dumping. You gotta study more, kid. Alright, man. Whatever you say, man. Appreciate the advice. Pickled ice cream? That doesn't sound good. Flip the 4 hour? That's a big ask. It's a big ask. No problem, my boy. Luigi. We'll see. Took out sell side. Previous day equilibrium. We'd have to start trading aggressively higher. We may get Asia lows. Still inside the hourly. We could just call it for a week here too. Could have not listened to you. Yeah, you shouldn't. You should trust yourself. Zion Spade sounding unprofitable. It is what it is, man. I'm not opposed to one more because I still believe in my bullish bias. But we'll see. Retracement shorts. I'm not gonna look for any shorts personally. But you can if you're bearish. Nothing wrong with that. Price reaction on bearish break. I don't know why your bias is like shit. Why does it matter to you, brother? The earlier should have worked out 100%. I don't know why I didn't, because price action wasn't the best. It's not price action. I mean, one, could be wrong bias. Two, could just be wrong timing, right? Maybe lunch or the afternoon session will expand higher. But I'm really happy with that trade. I went short, first winning trade of the week, 1 win, 1 break even, and 3 losses. That's okay, bro. Did you journal everything? Why so many haters? There's always this many haters on TikTok. I just don't normally read chat. So it's funny to see. Y'all saying I caught a 400-point short. Congrats. No one cares. They're just here to flex, bro. They're weird. Just lost my longs. Good trade, man. It was a good trade. For my opinion, it was a good trade as well. But trading community, yep. It was a good buy model, just not the right narrative. Yeah, it was a good trade. They all unprofitable. Who gives a fuck? Agreed, brother. Longs now, bro. Trust me. Thing is, for me to see a long, we'd have to close all the way above here. So it's gonna be a while. I know exactly what I'm looking for. So the problem is, guys, you think that long was good. Wasn't good as long. It was a good long. And I have the data to prove it. TikTok chat is something else. Everyone is a millionaire. I know, it's crazy. Y'all are all billionaires, huh? Daddy, I'd be crashing out. It's not even worth putting any energy into it. I like how you didn't move your SL and kept it. Well, on the first trade I did. The second trade, yeah, there was no reason to move it on the second trade. It didn't make sense. The only way I would have moved it on the second trade is if we got something like this, then I would have moved it. I don't have the energy to crash out, bro. Risking 50 points for a 2-to-1 is not good trading. Yep. You should become a teacher, bro. Start streaming. Suddenly, y'all become professional traders. We fly you out to Spain. I don't know about Spain, bro. Wait till you're at your Miami crib. That's what I'm saying. And everyone really comes out. People hating like they got 100% win rate. Comedy, you'll get it though, bud. Keep it up. When and where I have to set a break-even area, I just give them all my profit today. You have to have criteria. Why are you reading chat? I don't think I'm going to get another entry. At least not for a long time. So for 20 minutes, we'll probably sit here and wait for the macro at 1050. And if it forms, we'll take it. If not, we'll leave it at that. Trust Bob Marbella is insane. You're hammering the comments easily, bro. Honestly, I'm just bored. You guys see one random loss on a TikTok stream and start hating. Why do only take your bias? You gotta trust yourself, you know. I also have the data to prove it, so if I keep aligning this way, it'll be good for me long term. What lows do you think we retraced from? We took one small win and then one loss. So we're down half R. So managed to reduce my loss, which is good. If I do take another trade, it'll be another half R trade. So I won't risk full size on my next trade. I'll risk half R. That way, if I lose, I'm only down 1 R. And if I win, well, we can be break even on the day or up on the day, depending on the risk reward. And we can always scale into the position if it becomes really good. I heard it's dangerous to get married to your bias. Yeah, you don't have to get married to your bias. No one said get married to it. Silent Spade, you talk too much. I promise you, he's probably not a trader, bro. Anyone who's here, like, truly just full-time speaking in my chat, they have nothing better to do, bro. They're on TikTok scrolling, and they're like, oh, this one. They click it, and they're like, you suck at trading, bro. You guys think he's, like, sitting at his setup, and he's, like, looking at his charts, and he's like, damn, let's go. Nice trade. Then he goes on TikTok and starts hating. That's not the person, bro. The person who's hating is the person who's, like, leaning back in his chair, and he's like, click on the person. You suck at trading, bro. That's the type of people, you know. He was yapping too much. Yeah. Can someone suggest to me someone who talks about just funded works? I don't know if I should trade on live. You should probably trade funded unless you have a lot of money to work with. There's really no point in not getting a funded account. I'm laying on my chair. What's up, SMC? TikTok haters or what? TikTok is wild, bro. I'm laying on my chair. Yeah, I'm laying on my chair too. I'll trade. I'm gonna have to wait till 1050 macro. My model is not going to form in the next 15 minutes. I already know that, so I'll have to wait 15 minutes. Like I said, I'm not opposed to taking it, and that's why I'm reading chat. I don't want to wait 45 minutes. It's also very clear what I have to look for. I'm not like trying to find narrative or an idea. Order flow is really bearish right now, so just wait and see. About to take Asia lows. Take care, Peter. Have a nice weekend, brother. Can you explain what's the 1050 macro? 1050 macro is a time where I anticipate a price run to liquidity or inefficiency. So at that time, you get a higher probability entry because the market's more likely to run on one of those two things. I bet they're all broke. Probably most of them. You never know, though. I don't speak that language. We might move higher after sweeping Asia lows. Also possible. Asia low reversal, 1050 macro going into lunch. It's possible. We didn't take any buy side, so lunch could be the reversal. This would be the CISD I need to see to look for longs. It would have to come all the way here. Just got edged. Backtest New York lunch. What do you mean backtest? Like go back in time and backtest lunch? Backtest whatever session you plan on trading. I usually just tape read and study lunch in the afternoon. I don't actually backtest my model in it. Well, PM sometimes, but for the most part, I'm focusing on 9:30. There should be a reason for that big sell-off. Could be a manipulation. Could be something else. I don't know. This says Wall Street rises. So I think it's nothing fundamentally was announced. It's not that much. It looks like a crazy sell-off, but it's because we're working in a small range. It's not really, in the grand scheme of things, a sell-off. Time that I buy, took 2 long entries. First one was at 9.55. We got stopped out in profit slightly. Took another long entry at 10.07. We got stopped out for a smaller size loss, but we are down half an R. 0. No, what percentage? I don't know the percentage, but half R. So 12 minutes until the macro. This could form, but we'll see. I'm not gonna force it. Trading the best, keys patience. Yes. ES did not sweep. Just swept. I'll say weird stuff. We're gonna say weird stuff like that. Still looking longs. Yikes. If it shows me that it'll go higher, I'll take longs. I'm not interested in any shorts. Everything seemed good for long. It's unfortunate I did not deliver. Yeah, I mean, we'll see after the fact that if it was just wrong bias. It's hard to reflect now. I don't know exactly why we didn't take out those highs. It could be wrong bias. It could be, lunch reversal. But that was a really good trade. I'll take it again. The data on this specific setup, like it's this specific. It's the fact that we put in this high, then ran sell side, and then got the CISD. It's not just accumulation. Right? It's not just accumulation, manipulate lower. It's no. We put the high in first, then went lower, then got the CISD. And then failing to take it is really low really low, just statistics speaking. Like you don't even need to understand anything. Just statistically speaking, most of the time, a lot of the time, it will take out the high that it engineers. At least it doesn't even have to be bullish, but if it's gonna put in that high and then dump, especially with the signatures we got here. So yeah, yep, I'll take this loss every time, bro. 7 times in a row if I have to. NQ not know what a retracement is. What's a retracement right here? Do you consider open handle time and determine your bias? Pretty much, yeah. That's pretty much what it is. Monthly and weekly open, low, high, close, and I align on the daily. Align that with the daily. Very uneventful week in terms of range. They didn't really accomplish much. Like, the only reason it was decent was because we got along to previous week's high, but we didn't get much more. So, pretty lame week if you ask me. If the market would give me $300 more, then I would pass my funded. Market ain't gonna give you nothing, bro. You gotta take that. You gotta take that shit. Been waiting for shorts. Got stopped at the chip back to the 5-minute bearish at 936 rip lower. It happens. I want to see if we can get back above the opening range gap here. I don't know if I should take one trade on a day or two, depending on your risk and what you're comfortable losing. I personally risk less, so I can take 2 trades. Your friend took a long, 15-second CISD. And it's there. Good luck to your friend. .5% risk, is that small? Are you comfortable losing 2% in one day, 1% one day? Yeah, I'm down half R, Adi. Not too bad. I'm not happy. I'm not upset with my trades. I'm actually very happy. How many trades you had to pass first 50K funded? I passed in 1 month because of sleep. No, this was a really good trade, bro. It's a double purge reversal model, double purge protraction model. The reversal didn't play out, but I got stopped in profit. It was looking really good. I mean, we got the CISD, colder above 25%, first presentation inversed, we got a breaker, we got a retracement, and then an OB. We had a news high. It was looking really good, you know. I'm actually really surprised we didn't take up at least this high. To me, this looks like external manipulation. Like, I think, but that could just be copium. I know a lot of you are going to say copium. But the fact that this just dumped, it didn't, like, sweep any buy side, didn't fill any inefficiency, it just dumped. It just dumped, you know? It didn't even retrace. There was one little retracement here. There was no clean, like, you know? It doesn't look like an algorithmic sell program. It doesn't look like a sell program. But maybe I'm wrong. Who knows? Nonetheless, we did everything correct. Gaddy's long lost unknown brother. What the fuck? Ego said him say manipulation. I mean, someone show me their execution of catching this sell-off. No retracements. No retracement on the breaker. Just really strong bearish order flow. Without a run on buy side. It's rare. You know, it's really rare. I think there's an algo. 100% there's an algo. Yes, it's clear. Watch it. I'm waiting for my CASD in the 1050 macro, and I'll risk half R if it forms inside the macro. If not, walk away. Call it a week. This guy will watch my entire stream and just wait for a moment to hate. There's no point in giving him entertainment, guys. I caught that stocks to CIC because I got stopped first that long. Kind of lucky, one of the biggest trades in my life. Thanks, bro. But look at the 50 minutes bearish. The 50-minute order flow is order flow is bearish. I don't disagree with you I don't disagree with that at all. Order flow right now is 100% bearish, without a question. What's your biggest fan? I actually have bigger, bro. Believe it or not. What's the SMT? If you want to learn the SMT, I would just watch the video on my YouTube. Someone asked about CISD as well. That video is also on my YouTube. But my bias, that's why I didn't take the short. I think it will give a lower low in the CISD. I don't even want to see a lower low, to be honest. I don't think we should be exploring that low below. I was so bullish today. Honestly, I'm less bullish, but to me, the idea is not over. Yeah, if it makes a lower low, I probably won't expect it to do anything. Unless it's just like very slight lower low on S&T and the lower low. I don't know if I just hit my 1K daily loss limit. The account isn't blown. Account's not blown, I don't think. No, you can come back. Would you rather get 350Ks or 150K? Bro, definitely 350Ks. Absolutely 350Ks, bro. Nick is easily your biggest? Yeah, you remember Nick, right? Yeah, that guy was a true fan. Shout out to Nick, man. Inactivity detected. Cap. It could have been a factor. On ES, it could have been. But then it re-inversed, so I guess not really. It was looking really bullish. You have an Alpha Futures promo code? Yes, Gatie. Gatie will give you the best discount. Why 350Ks? I can manage my risk a lot better on 350Ks. Also, if you risk the same percentage-wise on each account, you just make more money on 350Ks. Looks so bullish at 10 a.m. I agree. It was looking really good. So no need to trip, you know? I mean, if you took the 15-second, yeah, it's really good risk reward. It's pretty much turtle soup. How do you stop from going XFA to live? Withdraw. Why do you call yourself Gatie? That's my last name. First signs of bullish order flow would be an inversion here. Also getting above previous day equilibrium. Useful trading. I'm not opposed to it. If we get a clean CISD here, I don't mind risking 350. I am Muslim, yeah. Gatie versus 100 gorillas. It's a pretty silly question. My risk management will carry me. Gatie. Final answer. I would have to long into a 15-minute bearish, but I'm not expecting a lower low. It doesn't really matter. So we'll see. Yeah, I'm not opposed. I'm not opposed to taking one more trade going into lunch. Just with the blurry background, it makes videos easier. Not really seeing what I want to see though. So don't really see anything here clearly on the daily. What do I want to see? I want to see a fast, clean CISD. I want to see us move higher into lunch. We're inside that old 4-hour bullish fair value gap. Used it for long. This last time we caught a nice trade. Starting to see some signatures of bullish order flow. I guess the breaker here is what I would need. If we get a breaker, The thing is, if we get a breaker, I'd have to still cover my stop like pretty much here. And that's 2R. Previous day's high is 3.3. Tough. Think we ducked because of news from China? Hard to say. Macro starting. Yeah, unfortunately we didn't get clear. Like, I didn't get a clear CISD. It's really, really tough to go long. I'm also at a situation where, like, we could long this now and break even at this high. Because of the inversion. But it's a rule break. That's why you put a stop loss, George. We did close above previous day's equilibrium. Like, we are starting to align with my narrative here. Opening range gap. I'll probably have to wait for a protraction model. Don't think I can take this as a reversal. It just doesn't make sense to take the reversal into a 15-minute bearish. So I'm going to have to wait for something like this. I will post this loss. I think that was a good loss. Loss to trade minus 0.5 bar. Like, let's say I got filled around here. Not a high quality trade. Just wait. I'm not gonna take a reversal long and wait for a protraction if it forms. Really well done, Ryan. Really well done, brother. Yes, gave us a CISD here. But there's no bullish for value gap. So if we can trade a little bit lower and then close above, I can take that. If you're not on the Discord, make sure you vote for the giveaway we're gonna do. Huge giveaway. The more votes, the more likely we can do it. And then obviously just try to be in the Discord so we can actually do the giveaway. Bum, 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 bum. I like the 2 minute that we touched in. So if we do get closure here, that is technically a protraction. Yep, looks like no more trades. Unless we get a single pass candle inverting this fair value gap and respecting this. Don't see myself executing. So we'll give it like 2-3 minutes and then decide. Oh, looking at this right now. We got the inversion here. Can execute long. Build here. We got build here. Kind of my last idea. If this candle inverses, I'll give it a chance with low risk. Launch wants to give us a move higher. I'll give it a chance. Especially because it's such good risk to reward upside potential as well. It'll just be 5. I'll give it a chance. So if we do get the inversion here, I'm going to give this a chance. This is a protraction model. We are going to be longing into a 15. We are going to be longing into a 15-minute bearish fair value gap. We have a high probability objective, which is right here. So a lot of reason to take out this high. We could maybe break even at that point or look to partial, but for now, I'm happy with the trade as is. I am de-risking on this trade for one reason. It has really good upside potential, so the risk reward will make up for it. 2, we already took 1/2 R loss. I'm risking 1/2 R again. And yeah, simple. A lot of upside potential. We have a premium level right here in this city. I do see us trading into this city at least. So it's kind of like a free trade. I mean, if I really wanted to be aggressive, as soon as we trade into here, I can bump my stop at break even and just kind of hope. That's not really good trading. I want to give my idea a chance. I'm already going to move my stop a little bit higher towards that inversion low. In fact, as soon as we get above this level, I'm going to drop it to the body low. Yep, so as soon as we make a higher high there, putting that at the body low, reducing my risk even more. And we shall see. I'm at least expecting this red box. But there's a lot, and it's a good trade. We're inside the macro. We haven't swept buy side. Lunch could give us a reversal. It's rare, but that's why I'm de-risking. That's why I'm trailing my stop. But 1050 macro, we got the CISD, the inversion above previous day equilibrium. We have good reason to go higher, at least to a minimum, which is that short-term high in the SIBI. We are inside of an old 4-hour bullish fair value gap, right there. And we haven't swept buy side, and it aligns with my original daily bias. So I'm willing to give it a chance. I am willing to give it a chance. In terms of Asian range, I am curious. Did we get 0.25? We quite fell short of it. So we'll see. I believe we do have an SMT at this level. We do. The 1-tick SMT. I don't expect that SMT to hold. But I do want to play this as safely as possible. gonna trail my stop some more. 50% of that inversion. So really low risk now. 0.25 R risk on this trade. So stop covers the volume imbalance, the inverse fair value gap, and 50% of the original inverse fair value gap. Risking 0.25 R. So we managed to reduce our risk quite nicely. Obviously our original stop could have been here, but I calculated it based on this low because we hadn't formed the order block yet. And we'll see. So we do trade back into that inverse fair value gap. We jammed this at previous day's high. I'm just curious, how many points? 200. So one micro would pay 1 R, or 2 micros would pay 2 R. Sorry, 1 R. But like I am thinking of a scenario here where I just sell 3 at the CIBI, leave the stop, break even, and then 2 micros runner. But let's see. I'm waiting for price to get into the CIBI. I also want to see how we trade into this. If we get like a really strong shooting up candle, we're not really seeing any speed whatsoever. I'm really happy that I've already reduced my risk. So not really feeling any emotional distress. I mean, it was already reduced risk to begin with. So, I mean, we'll just see. I'm gonna wait for it to trade into that CIBI before I touch my stop. We do have an S&T at the level, but I do think we can get into it, even potentially a little bit higher. We could go into consolidation here, I suppose, but we'll see. So I'm going to be aggressive here and put my stop at break even. This would be treated as an order block because it traded into this order block. And I just want to be really safe. So I'll give this an attempt as we trade into that bearish fair value gap. If it wants to inverse it, that would be great. If not, well, we'll get stopped out pretty much at the low of that potential propulsion block. So risk-free idea. Pretty much a risk-free trade from the beginning, right? We kind of knew we were going to get there. Our stop's aggressive, but it also kind of makes sense. If we're bullish, we should just speed up here, inverse, right? If we're not bullish, then it won't. Macro is 7 minutes left, so I don't know if we can get some juice out of it or... Want to see speed here to 50%. Why does this say SL or TP? It's annoying. I'm looking at this level right here. See if we get the inversion here, then our stop is a really good place, really well placed. I'm going to sit this at break even, to be honest. I don't see myself doing anything else. The break even makes sense. Wait, wait, wait a minute. The person in chat whose name was Gaddy's long last unknown brother? Is that person still here, bro? How did you get the background in that photo, man? That's insane, bro. This guy. What? I just realized that's a picture of, I don't know if that's you or someone else. That's funny, man. Good trade, bro. Reversal. Possible. Not confirmed, but possible. But like I said, it's easy for me to ride this at break even, you know? It's a very calm trade. And that's exactly what we're gonna do. We're gonna ride this at break even. I don't see myself adjusting the stop, because if we inverse this fair value gap, my stop should be right there where it is. If you notice as well, we do have an inversion fair value gap right here. So we do get the closure above 50%. That's a good sign. But do we get follow through? It's hard to say. We do have a bullish fair value gap right here. We'll see if that holds. If you were like really confident in longs, you could buy this bullish fair value gap, stop at the low. This would be an institutional order flow entry drill. It would look like this. You need to be confident in your longs, though. Otherwise, it's going to be a painful ride. I want to see the same speed that we saw down, up. -1 deviations right here. That was like the minimum of my protraction. But I honestly think I'm just going to hold this. Really don't see myself taking anything off. Yep, I am shorting into a 15-minute bearish. You are correct. So that's why I'm sitting at break even. And I'm going to see. If we inverse the 15, well, I know where it's going. You know, and if we don't, more than happy accepting, right? I don't see myself taking partials anywhere here. Because it's like more of a P&L based thing, you know. I believe there's a decent chance that we could expand all the way to previous day's high. That hasn't changed. So I'm willing to hold this through at break even. It's risk free, you know. So I took this on an account as well. I'm not sure yet, Ryan. I mean, I don't know if this is gonna play. This could simply be a retracement for lower pricing. But as long as you follow rules, bro, doesn't matter, you know. Sometimes you have the wrong bias, but you follow your model and you win anyways, you know. I took this long here, Ryan. I had the wrong bias, but I followed my model. I still got paid, you know. It was a small win, but it was a win. 0.25R, not gonna complain, you know. So sometimes just following your model, you can find a winning trade. Dumbbell chest press or barbell chest press, why? If you want the best answer, slight incline, specifically like 25 to 45 degree, not 45 is too much, like 25-degree incline dumbbell chest press for aesthetics. If you're a power lifter, then do barbell. This looks good. What I was waiting for, we hit a 15-minute break, and also for 15 minutes. Yep, very happy with this. Whether it comes back to me break even or not, very happy with this as well. It's a good trade. Didn't hesitate. Risk correctly. Managed my stop correctly. A+ performance, in my opinion. Do you only go live in the New York session? Yeah, I only go live in the morning session, brother. Is there a way to change my price update time to medium on TradeAway? Because those fast candles stressing me out. Settings, maybe? In alpha, I do it in the settings, so I wouldn't know. I haven't used TradeAway in a while. Holding to where? Honestly, first partial is going to be here. I'll take off 4. Leave the rest to previous day's high. If you want to be smart, I'd probably take something off -1 standard deviation of the protraction model and midnight opening price. It's also in the high of this SIBI. I'm not going to do that. So, what's the name of the indicators that mark out the opening prices? It's called ICT kill zones and pivots. trade during lunch. I'll hold during lunch. I wouldn't enter any trades. Hey, Gatie, what's the... Yeah, that's the name of the brother. Yep. Risk-free trade, man. Now we just gotta see. Now we just gotta see. Nothing more we can do. We did the hard part. Now it's the easy part. Also, I back to Julius Randle double yesterday in cash. I actually also. What's subject of next video? The next video, I'm gonna post it today. It's gonna be on new day opening gaps and new week opening gaps. We didn't inverse this yet, so I'll be a little bit patient. Getting really strong move lower here from the premium of that city. So, did we inverse the 1? I'm gonna leave this at break even, doesn't matter. There you go, we're out. So we managed to reduce our risk slightly, a little bit less than half R. And that's it. It's it. That's my trading for today. We'll see if this plays out. W, yeah. Can't complain. Can't complain. I don't see myself re-entering here, but if we do get closure above here, it's a really good sign that this just goes higher. It would be kind of painful, but it is what it is. We want to just sit here and watch if we inverse this. But that would be kind of painful. It would be such a good protraction, and I won't take it because of the timing of it. Okay, thankfully. Nope, that's all I wanted to see. Later, DC. Take care, brother. Why were you bullish? Why was I bullish? Daily chart. Why was the first bias we lost incorrect? We had the wrong bias, that's all. Or wrong time. We don't know what lunch or PM session is going to do yet. Could potentially come higher later. It's possible. What model? This was a reversal model. Reversal model on the 15, I took it as a protraction. So ES already gave the CISD. You see that here? Same as last time. I didn't trust that. I didn't enter it right here at 1051 because NQ didn't give the CISD, and I wasn't even truly confident in the reversal in itself. So I waited for a protraction. Once we got the retracement to the bullish fair value gap, respected it, and then got the inversion, that's when I entered. So I took it as a protraction model, but you could have taken it as a reversal at the same level. Your stop would have had to been here. So both models criteria met there. I took it as a protraction, put my stop at the low. It matters. So if you're taking it as a reversal, it means you have to enter like this. I don't want my stop to be there. It's not good risk reward. That's why I have multiple models. My second stage model entry, the risk reward is a lot better on this trade. Hard tapping routine is a 4-hour imbalance right here. The giveaway is not now. No, the giveaway is you guys have to show me you guys even want one. This number, you see this number right here? Too low. Too little. I need numbers like this. There was one with like 400. It's not here anymore, but we need more numbers. You guys want me to give away a trading setup? More numbers. 254 votes. Give me like 400 minimum. We got this number up, bro. There's 16,000 people in the Discord. I know you guys can run up this poll. In fact, let's make another announcement. Ebooks is in the ebook section. There you go. Now people will be inclined. Yeah. There's an S&T there. Yes, there is. Hey, man, it could still play out. But I think it's best for me to just walk away. outside my trading window. It could fizzle out here, you know. Could it play higher? Hey, man, I'm still bullish personally. Until we make a lower low, I'm not bearish. But there's a really good chance we go sideways here. There's also a good chance that I'm just wrong. So it's best I just let it go, you know. I even said it would be a really good idea to take a partial here in the upper portion of the civvy, but I opted out. That's not hindsight. I made that decision and I'm sticking with it. I wouldn't change it. So I have one lead left on the funded to rebuild 1K from passing. How much should I play out, brother? 1K, brother. Take the next A plus setup. Risk 500 2R. You're done. You passed. That's all you have to do. Just take the next A plus setup. There you go. See the numbers going up now. People know. We can do some journaling. I'll show you guys how I journal. So I just set up this new journal. Honestly, satisfaction for today, very satisfied. Giving myself a 9. Took this on eval. Net P&L, minus 310. Result, partial loss. Trade breakdown, 1. What was the first trade? I forget. 930. Purge reversal model from sell side liquidity. M15 BISI. Long PXC. A really good first long that we took. Very nicely. Even inverse for its presentation FUG. Grade 2. Re-entry after break even. On a protraction model. Reinverse first presentation FUG. Strong rejection and wrong closure on the OB plus. Closer to relative equal highs. Fell short, and that is when the sell-off started. This is how I journal. Third trade. Third attempt. Had a long here. 1050 macro on the reverse idea. Could still play. Stop break even. H4 BISI. Taking H of lows. And closing above previous day equilibrium. Aligning with Outlook, which is what I was looking for pre-market. Stop break even could have played out. I don't know. We'll have to re-journal it later. I'm not gonna sit here and know. Very high quality trades in my opinion. New York Power 3 models, we took a reversal and a protraction. Midnight Power 3, we took a protraction and we took a reversal actually. This needs to be a multi-select. Why is this locked? So when I journal this, yeah, this needs to be a multi-select. We took a reversal and a protraction as well. With the reverse when we took Asia lows, that was the reversal model. But we took a protraction, that was the first one for the daily Power 3. I will show my executions. So when I take a picture here, I'll mark out everything I discussed. I'm not sure of the rules of the giveaway yet, but first we have to see if we even get enough people. Let me just put the standard deviations. Once I put the standard deviations, I know exactly what model I'm taking. So um 4-hour 950 macro. There's nothing else here I need to mark out. News high, previous day high. So for me, this is a good journal. Oh, let's mark out the 50-minute BISI that we tried to get long off of. So that's everything I need to see marked out. Suppose we could do it like this, just so I can capture some of the pre-market equal highs. I can still see everything I need. The 15-minute, the standard deviations, first pres, macro. Yep, so I'll take a screenshot of this like this. And very good trading day. Very good trading day. And I'll post a reflection later. So the reflection I always do later. I'm not going to do it now. Doesn't make sense to do it now. And that's it. Always use the wicks. I always use the wicks personally. The only time I won't use the wicks, I don't not use the wicks. Sometimes I won't use standard deviations if there's an extreme wick. I'm trying to deviate some regular algorithmic price delivery. If there's anything extreme, then it doesn't really make sense for a wick. But yeah, there you have it. Playing out maybe. It still could. Maybe we won't make a lower low, but it's really hard to say. In fact, this if I was bearish, then this is like almost an A+ entry for me on this candle. But I'm not bearish. Can you look at 2 p.m. yesterday? Honestly, brother, no, I can't. Wait, you know what, man? Fine. Fine. Very nice. PO3. Reopen, trade lower. You get the CISD breaker from discount array. It's beautiful, bro. You can't ask for more. It's just pretty much A+. We didn't make a higher high on the day, but don't ever demand that. It's just really good trade. What I demand is standard deviations. Negative 2, 2.5, bro. Reversal model PO3 played out. A+. You got break even. Oh, you definitely shouldn't have broke even here. You trailed your stop too early, didn't you? This is 2.5 actually, so that was incorrect. But still met. You broke even this trade? Yeah, in my opinion, I mean, for my rules, it's a mismanage. You mismanage. Because I don't trail my stop until my protraction model forms. So I'm entering the trade on the CISD. Stop at the low. If we retrace and then get another higher high here, then I'll trail my stop to this low. So if this wick broke you even, then it should. I mean, for me, it should. It wouldn't have brought me in. Oh, you got break even here. But again, you still shouldn't have been broke even. Like, I'm not saying you shouldn't have, but for me, this is your next retracement into a short-term low. Then you get the CISD inversion. You trail your stop here. Don't go, just break even or whatever. But you just demanded way too. Oh, you were going for the ultimate high. Okay, I see what you're saying. You're demanding way too much. Yeah. You're just demanding too much. This is like a best case scenario. You know? You got the expansion. You got 2 standard deviations. That's like amazing, you know? Yeah, okay, I see what you're saying now. You were just waiting for the high. And was there an SMT there? Always check it. No, there was no SMT. But yeah, no, you're just, in my opinion, just demanding too much. If you're gonna demand too much on a specific time where you're expecting large expansion. Thursday afternoon after large expansion and lunch, it's not a good time to expect large expansion, you know? You're asking for too much. If it was maybe like down here, sure, bro, hold that shit to previous day high. Hold. It makes sense to hold it when you have Trump volatility and all that stuff. Then it makes sense. 2 p.m. in the afternoon doesn't really make sense to hold to like external objectives. Which time frame do you use daily? I mean, I use all of them. For the most part, it's like daily, but I always scan the other ones. 4 hour, 15-minute, etc. I'll use them. Anyways, boys, I appreciate everyone coming through. Pretty good trading week for us. Happy with my performances. The giveaway is not today. If we can hype this number is too low. Hype this number up. More hype. There needs to be hype and love. More hype and love equals more giveaways. So more votes. I want to see this number at least like 400. Then we can start getting into what. So make sure you do the vote. Convince your friend to vote. And yeah. Yep. So for me, reversal model criteria for a successful reversal is -2 standard deviations. If it's a large expansion leg, then just -1. And then for a protraction model, -1 standard deviations. For me, that means minimum criteria. I'm not saying close it every time at -2. I'm not saying partial at -2. I'm saying, to me, once that deviation is met, my model has completed its job. It's done its job. You know? That's the most I would ever ask from a reversal model. Model complete. Successful. Finite ending to my model. Anything else, I'm asking for more. It comes up to me. I got torch -700, but I'm making my way back right now. I'm at -370. Don't overdo it, bro. Sometimes your best way is to just get away from the fire, man. It's really effective. Yeah, it tells you how much you can expand. So it's really good. Well, I appreciate everyone coming through. I will see you guys live next week. Every single day next week. And we'll take it from there, man. Appreciate you guys. Make sure you show love to the giveaway in the Discord, so we can do giveaway. Want to do giveaway. So I'll see you guys. Take care. Peace.